It's Tim Albright with AVNation with the road to ISE. Integrated Systems Europe happens the 3rd through the 6th of February from beautiful Barcelona. And with us to talk about the stand for Ampetronic and listen is Sam Burkinshaw. Welcome, sir.
Hi, Tim. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you. So we know Listen and Ampetronic and Listen has come together as one company. So you guys are together in one stand over in Hall 3. Hall 3 S600, 3S600. Sam, this time around, what will we find in the stand?
Well, we're very excited to be coming back to ISE in 2026 with, we'll have 5 new products that we're showing on the stand across multiple different technologies, centering around our new Auracast, AURI system that we launched last year at ISE, which has now been in market for around 1 year. And so we'll be showcasing some of the venues that we've seen success in and some of the applications as well that product's been going into. So a couple of new products adding to that AURI portfolio, as well as augmenting our existing Loop portfolio with some new items there as well. So excited to see multiple launches taking place on the stand.
For people who aren't familiar with Auracast, it was a pretty big splash last year at ISE. Give us the kind of the short version of what exactly it is and how it helps not just people with hearing disabilities, but also with touring systems and things like that.
Sure. So Auracast is a new version of Bluetooth. Well, it's a feature of Bluetooth, which allows us to broadcast audio into a space, which can be picked up by an unlimited number of receivers. That could be our dedicated receivers that can be issued by a venue. And under ADA, a venue is required to have receivers when they're putting an assistive listening system in. But it could be using their own device. That could be a pair of hearing aids, a cochlear implant, or they might be carrying their own earbuds. So there's multiple manufacturers that have earbuds, over-ear headphones that can connect to an Auracast broadcast. And the beauty is that it can be used for assistive listening, also language interpretation, audio description for the blind, many use cases, which mean that people can get additional value from a system that's been installed for their assistive listening.
Yeah, the ability to do it with your own personal device, I think, is really, really unique. You mentioned the fact that here in the States, we have to have certain capabilities depending on the size of the space. In other words, how many people it can hold. But having that ability to use your own device, number one, certainly it increases the uptake because folks may have a hesitation to go to a booth and say, hey, I've got a hearing problem, I need a device. But leveraging your own personal device, I think, is a huge hit, especially in larger venues. So that's pretty cool. Sometimes
the venue doesn't lend itself to having receivers issued. So some of the work we've been doing over the last year is putting trials in place in public transportation. So it's not practical to go to the train station, take a receiver from the ticket office and then give it back before you get on the train, right? So working with different organizations to see how we can improve that end user experience. And so that'll be the type of applications that we'll be talking about on the stand.
Actually, a really, really good point, because I didn't even consider train stations and other public transportation. But you're right. There's no way to take it back unless you're going back to that same station later in the day. Absolutely. Hall 3, S600. 3S600 is where we'll find Ampetronic and Listen. But Sam, not everybody's going to ISE. So if they're not going and they want to follow along with everything that you guys will be talking about, how do they do that?
So you can find out more information about our portfolio on the Listen Tech or the Ampetronic websites. If you just Google Ampetronic or Listen Technologies, will be at the top of the list. Or connect with me directly on LinkedIn if you like. I'm Sam Burkinshaw. I'll come up there if you search me there.
All right, very good. Sam Burkinshaw from Ampetronic and Listen. We'll find him at ISE. For us, for AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv, and follow along as we also head to Barcelona for Integrated Systems Europe 2026, the 3rd through the 6th of February. All that and more at avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.